Boys and girls, it's Wednesday. Today's our problem solving math day. So I'm going to show you some slides here. Don't worry about it says Monday, don't worry about that. We're going to go through these pretty quickly because what I want you to do is I want you to try to figure out the answer and say the answer out loud before I go to the next one. So this one says, how many more to make 2? So you're just going to say 1. Just 1 plus 1 is 2. How many more to make 3? I'll give you a couple seconds to figure that out. 1 plus 2 is 3, so you should have said 2 apples. How many more to make 4? 2 plus 2 is 4, so you need 2 more. Try this one without my help. How many more to make 5? The answer was 2. How many more to make 5? This time, the answer is only 1. Okay, now we're going to do the next one. Oh, you have to say, you're going to put your thumbs up for true or thumbs down for false. So, there are 3 pencils. That's a true. There are 4 pencils. Is that true or false? That's a false. There are 5 pencils. What do you think? There are 5 pencils. There are 6 pencils. What do you think? The answer is yes. There are 4 pencils. Yes, there are. Okay, this next one. What number is that? Quick. 1, 2, 3, 2. What's that? 1. And who has more here, the girl or the boy? This is more. 3 is more than 1. Which one has more? Who has more? You should have said her. Is that the same one? Who has more? Who has more? And that was it. That was the end of that. Okay, guys, so today we're going to talk about time and clocks, okay? Because today in your math journal, you're going to have to draw the hands on the clock to make it say the correct time. So what I did was I put 2 links on the class tag page for you of Jack Hartman, and he is going to teach you about clocks and how to tell time to the hour. And so I want you to watch both of those videos before you do your math journal today, okay? So after I'm done talking, that's what you're going to do. I went ahead and I drew a clock, but I didn't draw the hands that go on it because there's 2 hands. Sometimes there's 3, but we're going to just do two hands on the clock. One hand is longer than the other, and that one let me show you. It's pretty long. It goes almost to the top, to the number. And then there'll be a shorter one. And I'm going to do that in a different color. There'll be a shorter one. Let me see. I'm going to have it look down here at the number 4. It's not all the way to the number yet. And it's important to recognize which one's long and which one's short, because that's going to teach you how to tell time. So the long one is the minute hand, and the short one is the hour hand. And we usually always say it's like this says 4 o'clock because the hour is pointing to the 4, and whenever the one hand is pointing straight up, it's o'clock. We call it o'clock. And we write that with 2 zeros, okay? You'll find out in just a minute. We'll keep going. But let me go ahead. I'm going to leave this one pointing straight up to the 12, but I'm going to change this green one And we're going to do another time here. How about if I point it this way? It is pointing to the 8, so it's 8. And since this one's straight up at the top at 12, it's o'clock. Okay? Let me change it one more time. This one's longer, that one's shorter. The shorter one's pointing to the 1, so you say it's 1 o'clock. Okay? Now I'm going to teach you how to write those numbers over here. All right. So I went ahead and I drew some clocks already with the hands already on there. So first off, you always find the smaller one and see what it's pointing to. It's pointing to this number, 4. So I'm going to write that first. It's 4. The next thing you do is you put 2 little dots. And since this is straight up, this is where it begins. There's no minutes yet. It's just 4 o'clock. If this one starts to move and it gets over here, that's going to be 4:05, 4:10, 4:15. But since it's straight up and down, straight up, you put 2 zeros next to it. That's how you write 4 o'clock. So let's try this one. It's o'clock because it's up here at the top, but the little one's pointing to the 10. So this is how I write it. I put the 10. It's 10 dot dot o'clock. So I put the 2 zeros here. 10 o'clock. That was 4 o'clock. 10 o'clock. What does this one say? Here's the little hand it's pointing to. The 7. And that's how we write it. 7 o'clock. And on this one, the little hands point. That's the big one. Here's a little one. It's pointing to 2. 2 o'clock. All right. So on your paper, in your journal, you're going to have to draw two hands on there. You're going to have to draw the 2 arms, the minute hand and the hour hand on there. So you're going to put the little one on the 5 and the big one's going to be up here on the 12. So I think it would be best if you watched both videos before you did your work today. Okay? So you're going to go and you're going to do all your daily assignments, your morning work, your read your books and sight words, do your math journal after you after you watch the 2 videos today, play your games, and listen to my read aloud. All right, guys. See you later.